I'm the Kaiju no Kami with
Retrospective. That's kind of how I feel this week. Retrospective. But my name is Cruellica Kain.
Okay, and we're talking about
Zenkaiger episode 16. The magnets are at their limit.
boom.
But I kind of feel retrospective because in thinking about it,
Well, okay, technically.
you're kind of right, and I hate that.
For which part?
Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay, well, technically, you're going to be talking about Zenkaiger. I'm just going to be bitching about Zenkaiger, so let's commence.
Okay, first let me just start off with, I actually liked this episode. I know he didn't like this episode, and I actually know why he didn't like this episode, and that's kind of why I feel retrospective at this particular moment. So, to start off, this was another filler episode. And so I might as well get the elephant in the room, cat out of the bag, whatever idiom you want to use. This was another filler episode. So with that, I kind of understand where you're coming from. Of it's just filler, 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 filler. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not on his side. I need to clarify this because I don't want Twitter people coming after me because I'm going to be on vacation soon. But I do want a little bit more story. And I feel like this is going to be a Lupin versus
Pot Ranger?
Pot Ranger.
Where we haven't had any story in like 10 episodes?
But then again, I actually liked Lupin versus
Well, I
Pot
liked
Ranger.
it, except there was no plot, no story.
Okay, so getting back on track, because we need to hit the magnetized north. I can't think of a flippin' magnet pun. Unless you think like you're polar opposites or...
Yes, we have polar opposing views on this.
But nevertheless, the episode starts off with no king, dude. It's Iago.
What are you talking about? It started off with the guy, like...
Oh, yes, never mind. I'm thinking of the latter part of the episode. So Iago is being praised even though he failed in the last episode. This is called nepotism, kids. When you get praised for doing something just because they like you best. Remember, nepotism is wrong. I don't know if Zenkaiger is trying to train on this or what, but Iago's being praised for failing because he got to try something new. See, I have my inner rage because I hate nepotism. I hate when people get treated better even if they fucked up because it's not fair. Sorry, personal issues. But anyways, Izurut and Barashatar are both standing back there. I think if they could have plucked Iago's wings, they would have. Mm-hmm. Because they hated him. And then Iago's like, can I try again? And I'm like, alright. Sure, we're going to have another Iago. And yes, his name is Gege, but I like Iago. So then we go back to Earth, and we see things flying at all the Zenkaigers. Yes, the Kikanoids and humans also have things attaching to them. The Zenkaigers, I feel like, have it worse. Probably because of who they are. I think the funniest one of them was when Gowon is walking and he gets a no pets allowed sign attached to his chest. And my heart temporarily broke for him because I know how much he loves cute and cuddly animals. But all of them get different things attached to them. And it all happens in a funny manner. They go to fight Magnet World. And, well, one, they can't hit Magnet World because he's a magnet. He deflects the shots. So he brings out these towers that fall on top of them, kicks their behind, and then you hear yo-ho-hoy, Magnet World's gone, they're being crushed, and Zox is like, wait, did I miss my cue? And I'm like...
That was funny.
Sure, yes you did. So they're like, can you help us? So Zox shoots all of the towers off of them, and then the broken pieces come right back onto him. Like, this is awesome. Because it does teach you about magnets at the same time. I like magnets. We have little, like, magnet rocks that we have on our fridge. It's so cool. Because they click together, and then if you flip them around...
So they work like magnets.
Yes, I like magnets. Except for when magnets fudge up my credit cards or my badge or anything like that.
Yeah, that's not very attractive.
Gives me a very negative experience. Yeah. Okay, nevertheless, then continue on the episode.
They go back to Kaito's place.
They go back to Kaito's place, and Yak-chan, she's serving a customer. And you see it's Stacy, or Satoshi. And it's kind of funny because she's like, oh, that's Satoshi. And they're like, wait, Stacy, no. And he's like, Satoshi. And they're like, okay. And then Kaito is quick on the uptake, dude. Because he's like, oh, yeah, Satoshi. We saw you at this place. I'm like...
And then the other's like, wait, did she mishear Stacy?
I know. They're like, is she deaf or... And so it was kind of funny because Kaito was making up this whole like mini tale of how they met. And then because they're magnetized, all the things fly at them. So the sundae that Stacy has,
his spoon gets stuck to Kaito.
Gets stuck to Kaito along with Sek-chan. And so Yak-chan goes down to grab a plastic spoon. When she leaves, they all get into battle poses. And I'm like, oh my god. That was awesome. And so...
Everything starts getting even worse with the magnetization.
Oh god, yes, it gets worse and worse. And so they leave because they don't want to destroy the store. And...
They're just being chased by all these electronic objects.
So the first to go down is Majine, because she gets hit in the back with a bike, and she's like, I give up, it's nap time. And then the vending machine comes down on her. The next is Vroom. He gets pinned between
a car and a truck.
A semi and a car. And before he gets pinned, Jura makes a comment, aren't you a semi? Can't you talk to it and make it stop?
And then he does the thumbs up, I'll be back.
I'm like, yes, and the voice actor for Vroom does it in a ridiculous impersonation of Schwarzenegger. And I'm like, oh my god. If only there was like flames going on around it. And then, because the hand drops with the thumbs up, and I'm like, oh my god, this dude has seen Terminator way too many times. Then, Gaon and Juron start running away, and Juron's like, we need to split up. Well, Gaon doesn't listen and continue to run with Juron. And then they're like, well, this can't get any worse. And then you see the crocodile ship, and Juron's like, and now there's a croc.
I did like when they're being chased. He's like, if that catches us, you're gonna be gone instead of gone.
I know. It was just so much. And then Gaon calls Juron-ji-san, like what Majine does, because Majine grew up with Juron, so he's like a big brother, like an uncle and stuff like that. And I like Juron's response of, Gaon, that's the only time you're allowed to say that. Only Majine can say. But it's funny because they keep on running, and so Flint is trying to stop their ship, the pirate ship, from following after John and Gowron. So she turns on the thrusters, and apparently the thrusters are not strong enough to get the ship. It feels like they're all like little mini black holes.
And then Kaito and Kaiser go and visit Stacy, talk to him about helping them out. So Stacy goes and tricks the monster.
But no, I actually liked what, because Kaito was like, well, I will do whatever I can to help people. And then Kaiser used Catholic guilt. Well, Yatsune is Kaito's grandmother. So if she knew that you were trying to kill Kaito, and I'm like, my God, Catholic guilt!
No, I think he was using it more as blackmail.
That's Catholic guilt. I'm sorry. You're not Catholic. You don't know this. Catholic guilt, blackmail. The exact same thing.
If you say so.
Oh, they are. Our viewers, if any of you are Catholic, you understand.
Okay.
Especially Irish Catholic guilt.
So Stacy tricks Magnet World into going back to Earth.
And telling him how to break the magnetization. Because magnetic north.
And then they get attacked. Kaito gets more towers on him.
And then, no, I like when he bends down to say, please help to Stacy.
Oh,
and Sekchan's like, I can't breathe. I'm like, you're a fucking machine.
So then they confront Magnet World. Gawan and Juran lead the ship to Magnet World, who's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? What are you bringing over here? Ah, crap.
Oh my God.
Turn it off. So then the ship goes flying because of it.
Kind of remind me of Prometheus, because it felt like when the big ship, the circular ship, was rolling, it felt like they're all running towards the psychotic blonde chick who was the captain. And then it like crushes her. I was kind of waiting for things to fall all on top of Magnet World.
And then they have their little battle that frees everyone up.
No, you have to mention 5-Man.
Oh, when he uses... Yeah,
Because he sounds like a damn genius after he uses 5-Man. I'm like, wait, are they supposed to be super smart?
Yeah, because they're teachers.
Wow, sound even more enthusiastic as you yawn the sentence.
Well, 5-Man was kind of boring. But they're teachers, so it made sense. More sense than Turbo Rangers.
Well, even Sekchan said, that's not what Turbo Ranger is.
So then Magnet World is destroyed, the world is saved from all the magnets, and then the giant version shows up, separates Kaiser's magnet apart.
Did you hear Team Rocket blasting off again when you see that happening? Because they all broke apart, and I'm like, oh my God. I hear Team Rocket yelling as they go out into the universe. And I actually am happy with how they looked at their giant form. Because when you see like Gawan and Juran, when they go into their giant mech form, I think they look stupider than shit. But for some reason, they look like just taller versions of their regular selves.
Well, yeah,
which I liked because it was kind of a cool battle, except I felt really bad for Juran because he apparently was the ball that was bounced back and forth between everybody.
Yeah, I like the monster used the stuff so that
basically they'd all be negative from each other.
They couldn't combine, and then they just used it against him. It was just
well, and Gawan, the asshole that he is, because Dime Store Predator, he's the one who was like, okay, this is how we do it, goes up to Juran, knowing that's going to be a negative impact, because if you understand magnets, they repel each other if they're
the same one. So basically he repels him, and Juran's just flailing about, hits the monster with the sword. And then Vroom's like, oh, okay, boom.
I just...
Boom, boom, and then Majin is, oh, okay, boom, 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 boom.
And then the monster, in his brilliance, decides to cut off all the magnets to stop them and bring them all to him.
And then they all come. And I love when they're all talking over each other for their attacks.
Oh my god. And even Sekjen and Kaito are like, what did they say?
I did like. What? Well, I loved how the subtitles were just on top of each other.
Oh, yeah. And at first, I was a little pissed off.
Well, at first I was like, wait, did they screw up there? And then I clicked on me that, oh, they're all talking at the same time. And then even the monster's like, wait, what?
Nobody knew what the hell anybody said, except for they're all doing their main final attacks on top of each other.
Final wave.
Soon.
Unfortunately not.
Well, no, I meant soon you'll be reviewing it.
Yeah, but I meant for this show, not hearing that.
But anyways, overall, I like this episode. And then how we ended the episode is that Izuru and Barashitara are standing there kind of shit-talking Iago. And Iago's like, but you are aware that...
He's no longer pissed at you.
Yeah. He's like, dude, I saved your ass because even though I failed, nepotism. He likes me. So, once again, nepotism is wrong.
And then...
I'm just gonna say that.
But yeah, so... I mean, it was a fine episode.
It was funnier than anything.
It was funny. It's just, again, I'm just bored of filler. I want story.
Okay, honey. The story you got was development on Stacy. Because he's now Satoshi.
Now, one person actually had been a comment for last week's episode. He's wondering if perhaps Stacy was actually, they just merged Kaito's parents into one being to create Stacy.
Okay, if that happened, that would be weird. Now, don't get me wrong, whomever posted this, it's Sentai, and I've seen weirder. So
it could happen.
It could happen. I take nothing off the table. But for Kaito, because there's always that chance that they can't be separated.
Oh, if it were to actually be them combined, there would be a way to separate them. Maybe they're part of Fusion World or something.
Oh my god, no. See, I love you, honey. I'm a part of you spiritually, but I don't want to be like the same being.
Well, obviously.
Because when I think of them combined, I think of their DNA combining, and that's how Kaito was born.
Hey,
birds
actually,
and bees.
just think of it this way. So there was a Dragon Ball meme the other day. Bulma and Chi-Chi are like, that's my husband. No, that's my husband. And Vegito's like, hey, how about a threesome?
Oh, no! Oh, my God! I do not want to think of that. Oh, my God! No! Now I'm picturing it. Oh, my God. Don't do that to me. Oh.
But... So it was an idea though, it's like, maybe that could be interesting if that's...
What, the threesome for
Nope.
DBZ?
Stacy!
Oh, okay.
For Stacy!
Okay. Well, what if Yatsune is Stacy's mom? Does she have it going on?
I think we made that joke before, earlier review video that we did.
Not of Yatsune being Stacy's mom.
Just when Stacy showed up.
Well, no.
I think you did something.
No, I did Stacy's... When he first appeared, I referenced Stacy's mom.
Yes, because of him being like the 892nd or
Yes!
900... Whatever it was.
Well, even though I thought the song was a lot older than somebody reminded me on the comments, every time I hear the name Stacy, for no matter who it is, I think of the song Stacy's Mom. I don't know why. I think because it has like a catchy chorus, even though it's like the stupidest song in the known universe. I find it funny. But then again, I like the song because I got high. What? What? You listen to music that's not even in English half the time. You could be listening to songs talking about the craziest things in known universe. And you're going to look at me because the two songs I find funny are weird? What? I listen to a lot of music. Or are you just surprised because those songs actually have legible lyrics compared to the rest of the death metal catalog I have that you say is just screaming and grunting? But nevertheless, this episode of Zenkaiger was a solid episode. No, it didn't have a lot in story or plot or too much on character development. However, it was fun. And at the end of the day, for me, I just want a good episode that I can enjoy. If I want plot and development, apparently I need to go to Kira Major, but that's okay, because I liked Kira Major. But I will say, as much as I like the fun episodes, I am understanding and appreciating where you're coming from of I now want a little bit more.
Just give me at least one episode of plot to at least do something for a couple weeks. Just give me one episode of plot in the next 2 weeks. That's all I'm asking. One plot episode. Just to say there is a plot to this show. Something!
It could be the Seinfeld of Sentai.
So Ryu Soldier.
No. Ryu Soldier was a slap in the face. I am angry at that show because it gave me high hopes and dashed them to the point where Kira Major, I went on this whole feminist rant and then enjoyed the show.
That's because the show was well written.
Yes.
And it had a plot all the way through.
Which we're still surprised about, honey.
I know.
You know, it's kind of one of those things I've learned that you're going to go show, plot, show, plot. So I think we have this series and maybe like 2 or 3 more series before we get like a plot-heavy show again.
Now, one person had said it would have made more... Like, if they hadn't said Zenkaiger was going to be a parody Sentai series, it probably would also be looked at more by certain people that it would be... Well, no,
I can see where you're coming from, because if this was a parody series...
Like, if they
said it was a parody series instead of...
And then that would probably work for me more than it is right now, because it's meant to be some big anniversary celebration series, and I don't really see the celebratory series stuff.
I kind of feel like Akiba Ranger was better. I'll put that
Akiba
out
Ranger
there.
was way better. Car Ranger was way better.
No, can I finish?
No.
Akiba Ranger was better. However, if I take out the anniversary element of it, the show comes like 3 times better. Because of the fact that they're having fun. And once again, the actor for Kaito is proving, even though you have 2 Kaiser and Stacy as the human counterparts, he is proving that he still has a caliber of knowing how to carry a show.
I guess I just feel like his character has just stalled completely.
Well, that's not his fault. It's kind of like one of those things, you have to take the writing away from the actor for a moment. Is the actor
Well, the actor's doing a fine job.
I was going to say, the actor's doing his damnedest to demonstrate, I know what I'm doing, and I'm proving it to you each and every week. Because even Zox's actor, I feel like is getting better. Like, he actually is feeling more comfortable in his role. Because I don't know if this was his first series or not. I haven't looked into it that far. But for the actor who's playing Zox, you can certainly see from the beginning he enjoys what he's doing, but he was nervous. You could see the nervousness in the first 2 episodes. And then as he goes on, you can actually see true confidence behind the fake confidence that he had to portray when he was initially introduced. Because when he was initially introduced, I could see the confidence that he had to use as an actor, but I could see the hesitation of like, am I getting it? So I'm impressed with how he's growing as an actor. And then Stacy's actor, I have to say, as much as people, including yourself, may be pissed off because he's not really done anything, that man is in it.
Well, I like the actor. I just don't like...
I could see this particular actor going places.
Doing other Toku shows.
Oh, absolutely. I can see him growing in his career because he emphasizes all that you need.
Yeah, I like Stacy's actor a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's one of the things that pisses me off is that I don't feel like they're doing anything to reach his potential.
No, I agree completely. And the reason why I need to say that is because in so many of the other Sentai series, yes, I like the actors, they do a fine job, but this is the second series in a row for me with Kira Major that I feel like every single one of the human actors that are the Rangers, not the older counterparts that have done a lot, but the Rangers themselves that have proven they have the potential. And sorry, there's a kid crying in the background. I feel like they're being murdered, and
that's if the mic's picking it up.
But. Yeah, well, if they're not, they hear me now talking about it. But anyways, this is the second series where I am impressed with the human actors, and it took me a little bit longer with Kira Major to be truly impressed with all 6 of the Rangers. Here, we're episode 16, and all 3 of the human male actors. Flint, I'm still iffy on.
Well, she hasn't been given much material either.
She hasn't been given much to really demonstrate, but all 3 others, I am super impressed, and I hope to hell that they get opportunities in the future to really demonstrate their caliber. It doesn't necessarily have to be Toku. Like, I kind of hope that Stacey's actor does go in to do a good Kamen Rider series, because I think he would be a great writer. Or
maybe he could do a live-action movie adaptation of something for
Absolutely.
Anime.
No, I think I have a lot of hope for all of these actors, and that's not something I say often, because usually this is like their
starting point
where they either succeed or flunk out, sadly enough.
But yeah, so that's all I've got for this episode. It was fun, just I want more. Next episode, I don't even remember now what the next... Oh, the horror type one.
I know! That's why I'm like, wait, you don't remember?
Yeah, because the monster actually looked kind of cool, the Invisible Man type monster. But that looks like it'll be interesting, but we'll probably have to do that and the following episode together.
I can't believe you forgot horror. So yes, unfortunately, next week...
She's going out of town, so...
I'm going out of town to visit family because we want a vacation from each other. We've lived together for a very long time. We've been together for a very long time. We want to see other things. Like, I'm going to visit my family, and he's going to watch a whole ton of crap. Well, not literal crap, but you know what I mean.
Whatever.
But so I will be back after the next week's episode is aired.
So we'll probably end up just doing...
So we'll do a 2 for this time. Not that I really want to wait that long, but timing is not gonna...
Because we'll probably have to do... And we won't have time on the 4th to do both episodes. So we'll probably have to do them either that Monday or Tuesday, after the 5th or the 6th.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little delayed, but not too much. But in the meantime, let us know what you're thinking of Zenkaiger. Do you want more story?
Plot.
Or what do you think of the
Ooh.
idea of the whole parody aspect? Do you think if we took out the anniversary and just made it a parody, would it make the series even better for you?
Oh, now I'm thinking of that episode from the Fate Grand Order of,
Oh, God.
we're looking for a plot to Zenkaiger, Gilgamesh. Oh, you mean this? Wait, what's that? Is that a plot? You said you wanted to see a plot. It's in my treasure room where I keep everything.
If you have not seen Fate Grand Order, I'm a little unsure of how to say do or don't because Fate is super complex. My God, I need a user's manual to get through the series. And I play Shin Megami, so what does that say?
And you want to play Kingdom Hearts. Fate is much easier to understand than Kingdom Hearts.
On that note, we will see you later. And hopefully it won't take us that long, but we'll get to you when we get to you with the next episode. So bye! Oh, crap.
Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube guys you click on to support us. Support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook Kaiju no Kami, Instagram Kaiju no Kami, Twitter Kaiju no Kami, and my website creativitybydesignllc.com. And now it's
Bye.